Hello, my name is Naomi Amoka. I was born and raised in Nagoya, Japan. I chose to write about my meeting with the Lord in April 2020 on April 19. I think God will punish me if I don't tell other people what He has shown me. Thanks for letting me share my story. The Lord told me that many people in Japan and other places where I share will be set free from spiritual slavery. I'm 24 years old and have learned everything I know from the Bible. I learned to play the piano when I was young, and my mom went to a regular Baptist church. This was my main duty both inside and outside of church. As part of my mission, I taught the kids group and led a Bible study with a brother every Saturday night. But the preacher told me how committed I was, which made me proud. I played the piano for Sunday morning prayer and was one of the first people to help kids with their Bible school reading. This made things hard at church. 2 sisters left our church 2 years ago because they thought they were being treated badly. This caused a lot of problems with how the church was run. I always prayed before bed and read the Bible after dinner on April 19, 2020. It looked like someone was with me while I prayed. I prayed some more until someone told me, my daughter. I stopped and asked if it was my mom calling, but she said it wasn't. The voice told me, daughter, I am your Lord. I have a big job to do in your life. Daughter, I chose you to be my guardian from the start. Hearing this made me feel more nervous. Anything you want from me, I'm here, I told God. As your servant, I am teaching evangelists and missionaries in this land to fight for my kingdom spiritually. Many Asians will be freed by these soldiers. I'm teaching more troops and guardsmen like you what you know. I will explain why I don't want my kids to have multiple lives and why the spirit world is real. They need to be holy to stay alive. Many of my children rebel against me without meaning to, but Hosea 4-6 says, my people perish for lack of knowledge, so I don't want them to die. I felt cold and numb even though the fan wasn't on. I prayed while lying on my bed on my knees. As I fell asleep and woke up, I felt like I wasn't in my body. I noticed right away that the room was well lit. The man in the white robes I saw was totally bright like the sun. The Lord told my daughter, I will show you the spirit world and how dangerous it is to live a life that is not holy. His hand then went over my head. I will show you what happens to those who turn away from my word and kindness. Right away, a black hole emerged on the floor of my bedroom, and we fell into it. I saw a new place until we got to the bottom and hit some rocks. I could see better because of the Lord's light. I saw worms come up from the ground along with centipedes and other dangerous bugs. We saw a strange, huge gate after taking a walk. The gate opened when Jesus reached out with his right hand. At that time, I saw the scariest things. Several screams were heard, and several monsters showed up. The oppressive heat and smell of dead animals were too much to handle. Where is this? He said, this is hell. This is for you to worry about the souls of the people you tell about my holy word. I'll show you those who turn away from the sins that brought them here. Then we saw a group of women being raped by devils using spears. I saw fire up to their waists on these women. I begged the Lord to take me outside because I couldn't stand hearing them cry. He told me, my daughter, tell my slaves that I don't like jewelry like chains, earrings, and makeup. 1 Peter 3-3 says, your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as wearing fine clothes and gold jewelry or having your hair braided. God really admires the beauty of a peaceful, happy soul, so that's what you should focus on. I stated, Lord, I wear earrings and jewelry, and the leaders always tell us to dress well in the church. He said, what I like is a faithful servant who adores me in spirit and in truth, a servant who lives in holiness. As we went on, we saw a woman being tortured and burned in a chair while the devil poured acid over her head, which made her hair fall out. In desperation, she yelled. The Lord told me she did my work, but she dyed her hair when I asked how she earned this. I told the women they could wear their own hair as a cover and not to cut it. 1:15 says, but if a woman has long hair, she should be proud because her hair is given to her for a covering. I asked God to forgive me for cutting and dyeing my hair. I am revealing this to you, my daughter, so that you serve me in spirit and set yourself apart from vanity, he added. Tell my people that if I'm not holy, I won't be seen. The Lord showed me a lake with dark, smelly water that was full of demons. From a certain dust, they were making little bottles. God said, "Tell my servants that many in the cosmetic industry make satanic pacts to enrich themselves and devote their products to demons." I don't like it when my kids put on makeup or jewelry. I thought of my lipstick and makeup bag. I told the Lord I was sorry for what I did and promised I would never do it again. I promised to become a better Christian and do what the Lord wants me to do. God finally got me out of there, and we walked to my room. God told them, "Tell my people that hell exists. Tell my children to stay humble and proud around my spirit. Without holiness, fairness, and truth, no soul can get to heaven. You'll tell your church what you heard and saw. Some people may not like what I've shown them, but I will be with you and punish them on the day of judgment." After telling me this, the Lord went away with the light. In this dream, I was on my knees next to my bed, face down, just like when I prayed. When I checked my tablet, it was almost 2 in the morning. April 19, 2020 was the first time I met Jesus. Dear brothers and sisters, after that day, I felt bad about my pride and gave it up. I prayed more and looked for the Spirit to be in my home and life. As a chosen watchman, the Lord told me to keep teaching the truth, even though people in my church tried to stop me. For a while after that, I prayed 3 times a day and felt the Holy Spirit stronger. It helped me get through tough spiritual times. Some people in my church were scared, but after I told them what happened, they took off their bracelets and earrings. I told the minister I wouldn't believe it, and he told me to stop spreading evil in the church. I have to answer right away, at ease with my mind. Guys, time is running out. On our way to God's kingdom, we must be holy, tell the truth, and do what is right. God bless you all. Thanks for taking a look.